Yes, I see that. True. He's back. He never left. Alex is a little sick today, guys.
I would say I'm back, but I never left.
He's a little sick.
It's from a bar.
That was from Drizzy Drake.
Are you highly medicated? Are you on any antibiotics? Cold?
Cold and flu. Hey, look, there's Brooke.
Oh, we have a special guest.
We've got special guest. Merle's in the house.
This
Come
is
here.
Merle.
Come here. Oh, Merle's left.
He just put his nose right through that door.
That's hilarious. Hello.
That's gonna be a good clip.
I feel like we haven't done one of these in forever.
No,
We haven't.
no, we're
That's the first time that Merle's special guest.
that is the first time we had
quick
a
appearance.
That's a surprise special guest.
Yeah.
We were all surprised on
You
that
know
one.
when you're,
Yeah.
I would like to compare it to, you know when like you see the red carpet and like they're like interviewing somebody and then all of a sudden Tom Cruise is like, hey buddy, and like rubs your shoulders and keeps walking. You're like, is that Tom Cruise?
Did you just compare
What?
my dog to Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
He's not all there, guys. That looks a little out of it.
Merle, Tom Cruise, or the dog?
Both
Yes.
are all
All
there.
three. All three.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But
When
it's
he was jumping on the couch.
going crazy. What episode is this, John? I think we're on 35.
John. No, this is 36.
Is it 36?
36.
That's exciting.
This is exciting.
14 more episodes.
We ran a little bit behind, so we are.
This is today.
This is today. If you're hearing
Yeah.
this, is today. So Tuesday, and we are on the 25th.
February.
February. Only 3 days left, and it's a short month. We're on a short
Yeah,
year.
Saturday is March 1st. That blows my mind.
Insane. We're ending the first quarter of the year
Yeah.
in 30 days almost. So,
But
pretty
we-
exciting.
We have something exciting to talk about today.
Absolutely.
The 16E. Can we admit what happened?
So let me explain, and I think I can explain it as possible. I don't even know. Do we explain this to Jonathan already?
Go for it.
And
He has no clue
so
what's going on.
I don't.
last week, we created a video. Me and Alex came in here for like genuinely 5 hours.
Yeah.
And we did a reaction
It was
video.
within 45 minutes of the drop.
Yes. So that dropped at 10:15.
Mhm.
By 11:30, the video was done,
Mm-hmm.
and we were ready to post it. So what
It was
it was good.
it was like 20 minutes long.
It was good.
Mhm.
It was a reaction video to the iPhone 16e, which we're going to talk about today.
Mm.
But the iPhone 16e came out, and we're like, hey, let's do a reaction video. Let's do a reaction video. And what we did is we screen recorded Apple's, what do you call it?
News drop video. yeah.
Keynote.
Yeah.
And we took the sound out of it, and we just reacted to it, right? And our reaction was live to
No, the
what was
original
going
one.
on.
The original one
Had the volume.
had the volume. We were on. It was full screen. We were at the bottom of the screen
Yes.
reacting to it live.
Yes, which makes sense. It's just like you would see a reaction from anybody on YouTube. We had it. It got like 25 views in like 30 seconds of
Mhm.
it being posted almost. So we were like, hey, this video is probably going to do pretty good.
Look for it, Jonathan. See if you can find it.
Banned. Immediately copyright banned. Okay. I got to follow my directions. We got to follow laws here. So we go to follow the laws, and
I'm like, we need to quick cut this.
let's take out the noise,
Mhm.
right? Let's just use the video. We go to use the video, and no noise. And we changed the way it looked a little bit,
I sped it up.
sped it up just so it's quicker, and our voice is in it, and nothing again. We try to post it, copyright. Okay. So what do we do this time? So I go home, and listen, I'm not very good at editing on my computer when it comes to videos. I am more of a, like use CapCut on my phone, super, super smart guy over here when it comes to editing. But that's what I use. I went home on my computer and I uploaded the video, and I try to take the images. I put the keynote on there in the size, but every single like 30 seconds, I put a picture up of the cover photo to try to throw it off.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Try to copyright. So what I did though is I waited before I uploaded that one, and it told me that it was going to be copyright. Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just upload it and like wait for it to process. I was just let me wait for it. So I went home and did that. So we have a reaction video that if anybody ever wants to come in,
No. We have 3 reaction videos.
we have 3 different ways. You can tell us which way you like it, and then also what you think about it. But since we were not able to put that reaction video out last week, we are going to tell you some of our thoughts, comments, concerns, and hopefully not get it taken down today. and go over that because it's still fresh. And, even after that reaction video, there's a couple things I learned about the iPhone 16e that in the video were inaccurate. So, and yes, we can be wrong. That's the best thing about it.
What if the reaction, if it thought this was a reaction video, and all of a sudden I look like Mr. Cook for like 5 seconds?
You look like Mr. Cook?
Yeah, I got some swaggy shoes on. I got black pants, and I'm getting old. You can see gray.
I think there's like one major thing that throws it off.
He's skinny.
No, which that would be the second major thing.
I lost 8 pounds over the weekend.
Nice.
He's been sick, guys.
Influenza A.
What?
Influenza A.
Oh, okay.
It's the flu.
The
Influenza.
back to Tim Cook.
Yeah. Anywho,
I look like Tim Cook.
I think the maybe the color of your
My beard.
just hair
Sure.
in general might throw it a little bit off. But we're going to go over the 16e today.
Yep.
Initial reaction. Let's start with Jonathan.
yeah.
What do you know about it? Jonathan's always behind the camera here. He's been busy at school. Only like 120 days left.
Yeah.
Less than
2.5
that.
months.
So 90 days, less than 90 days. So, Jonathan, what's your initial thoughts about it? What do you think? And let's sort of go around the room and talk about what you think about the iPhone 16e as it just dropped.
Well, here's the thing. Apple has now completely removed the home button on iPhones, right?
That's great for repairs, by
Moving
the
forward.
way.
Yeah,
Yes.
for different aspects, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we mentioned it in a previous pod. The grandmas of the world, they're not going to know what to do. My
Yeah.
grandma has the iPhone
That's what I'm
SE
saying.
before this one. Like, before this one came out, she had the previous one. So it's in the form of an 8, but has the software of a 16, whatever.
If you've only ever used a home
Yeah.
button.
So whenever she's done with that phone, she's going to have to learn a new craft. I don't know what
I don't think the
I'm gonna have to
swipe
help
up's
her.
as hard as
It's not.
It's harder than you think.
it's not that hard.
I don't think it's that difficult.
I don't think it'll be too difficult, but it's definitely for that age.
Just
You know,
muscle
these
memory.
people were
Yeah.
born with like Moses.
Right.
And they were writing on stones, right? So it's not the same generation. Like they used to write on tablets, and their tablets was a rock.
Yeah.
It's a
You're right.
different generation of tablets from what they used to have, right? And then
Yeah.
what we have now. So,
Very true.
Their tablets was a rock.
well, their tablets were 2 tablets of stone.
Yeah. Unreal.
But
That's funny.
I think there is a little bit of difference there. I think that
I mean, it's just over 6 inches long. So it's just longer than a dollar bill. For those who didn't know, a dollar bill to the T is exactly 6 inches long.
I did not even know
Yeah.
that.
So it's 6.1 inch super retina blah 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 display.
What about a $5 bill?
Still 6
They're
inches.
all dollar bills.
All dollar bills.
So we're going to let's talk about this. Let's talk about I thought that the phone came out was replacing the mini.
Okay.
So initially in my head, I'm thinking of a iPhone
Oh yeah, like an iPhone. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
S. It's an iPhone mini size, but iPhone SE.
Right.
It's not.
No.
It's replacing the iPhone 14. It's the
Just
same
about, yeah.
size of it.
Is it smaller than the 16?
I'm not sure. I think it's the
Yeah.
same size
Yeah.
as the regular phone. So that also
Wait, it's right here. No. The iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16e are the exact same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so there's two things about
crazy.
that as well, as I think that the price now makes more sense to me.
Very true.
$5.99 makes
Yeah,
sense.
To $7.99 for the 16, $5.99
Which
for
we
the
didn't state
16e.
that till just now.
No, I did not realize they were the same size.
Yeah.
And even the reaction video, I thought it was a different size. I thought we were getting a mini size, but like it takes over the SE.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And it's not that way.
No.
It's a iPhone 16e is
Yeah,
exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the E means.
It's not the size of the phone, it's how you use it, man.
Yep.
Mm.
No,
true.
yeah. So I think that makes a little bit sense. But what's your idea on that, Alex?
I still think that $5.99 is cheap.
I think for an up-to-date 2025 iPhone, $5.99 is a great price.
Now,
I'm
I think
changing my perspective.
I think
on
you're
that.
changing your perspective. And that was your biggest point in our reaction videos that no one will ever see in this world.
Well, I thought it was the size. I thought the size was different.
But I still don't think it
If
would,
the
I still don't think it would matter.
if the size dropped to or
Yeah.
where it was, the
Are you
size of
thinking
the
What's
it-
holding you back, Landon?
Are you is it holding you back because of like the physicality of actually fixing it? or
No.
like it's at the size in your hand, or what is it?
I think if the phone is normal size is 6 inches, the iPhone mini was 5 inches, that is 1/6 of the cost, so it should drop
Okay.
1/6 of the cost. But I think what they did there,
Well, you think about that. That's
So
probably
you're saying size should go into the
that's probably a
price.
couple pennies in hardware, in machinery.
Oh yeah, for Apple that's nothing.
I would assume that it's more than a couple pennies per device. But also I don't know. And
Right.
Apple,
You know, I mean, you can tell, like,
Yeah,
especially
you
like
know.
like especially like third party people that put together like to say like third party screens, right?
Yeah.
They're going to be considerably less than
Yeah.
Apple screens.
Well, what I've heard as well is that the iPhone, and again, this is all hearsay. I'm in some tech groups and stuff like that, and what they're saying is that the iPhone 14 screen will fit the iPhone 16e, which is not too uncommon. The iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro are the same screen. The iPhone 2nd gen and 3rd gen SE are the same as the iPhone 8 screen. So there's several different phones that you can use the same screen on different generations of phones. Now, if it's the iPhone 14 screen that can truly fit this iPhone 16e,
But here's my
I think it's going to be,
okay. So
something's-
call
Yeah, what
me
about Alex?
call me stupid, but I guess I don't know this part of it. It says the display is a 6.1 inch
Yep.
Super Retina XDR
There it is.
OLED,
Yep.
providing sharpened visuals. If you put a 14 screen on it, is it still going to be that XDR OLED?
So that's a great question. It depends on the screen that you put on it. So if you take a 14 screen OEM out of the box, or a Apple official premium screen from Apple, yeah, it's going to be that. Now, if you get an aftermarket screen that you're paying $100 to get your phone fixed, that's entirely different. There's different levels of screens when putting on devices. You have the aftermarket, I just need a screen. A lot of people use those just to put on their kids' phones because they don't want to spend the $400 or $500 that it takes. Or there's a premium aftermarket, which is the highest quality of aftermarket that you can get. And then there's, going direct to Apple, which we have access to Apple's parts, just like everybody else, but also our suppliers work with Apple directly now, so we can get parts directly through them that are from Apple, and you get the OEM screen. What are you laughing about?
I think the cold medicine caught up with me as you were
Oh.
talking about that. I just imagine pushing this whole table
I don't.
completely to the ground. No, but I
That's-
know what you're saying. Sorry,
Yeah.
I got
So-
the giggles.
The the idea behind that is
Kids don't do drugs.
yes.
Whoa.
Don't.
Okay. Go ahead, Landon.
So the idea behind that would be the iPhone is going to be, I think you can replace some parts in it, which I don't mind.
Yeah.
I don't mind at all.
The 48 megapixel rear fusion camera with the 2x telephoto option.
Yeah, that's
That's new for me.
ridiculous. 48 megapixels.
48
One camera.
megapixels is
It's
ridiculous.
impressive that it's coming out of one camera.
Right. One.
What do you call
single
that? Camera bezel?
one.
I want to call it camera hole.
Well,
But I don't.
Camera lens. I
Camera
guess.
lens, right? Like normally you have to have multi thing, which is weird too, man, because like that is a big iPhone SE, iPhone 8. Even the mini had 2 cameras on the back.
Yes.
But maybe that's how they got the size. They said,
But
"Hey,
this
we're
is a
gonna-"
rear fusion camera. So it's 2 camera lenses into
Multi-camera.
one.
You think we'll get back to the one camera that has 5 cameras
nope.
in it?
No. I mean, but if you think about that, we're trying to dim that down. And I know it's a different model. It's a 16E. So it's supposed to be, kind of like they're going to the 17 Air or whatever that we're going to, hopefully see coming up. But I think a lot of that also has to do with like Samsung. They're putting more and more cameras on the back of phones. Samsung, Android, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, there used to
They
be
just put the
3.
whole back.
Now there's
yeah.
4. Now there's like 5.
You can barely put your hands on the back without touching the camera.
Yeah.
That would be so aggravating because I'm constantly wiping down my phone because I hate a messy phone, like
Yeah.
fingerprints, whatever. And as a creative too, like I'm always biased to a camera lens being clean. Like that would be miserable.
Constantly.
Having- yes,
well,
just
you know what?
wiping it
I
down.
see this, and sometimes even Brooke's cameras like that. Should we try to take a video? I'll take my phone out or my
Yeah.
shirt out,
Sure.
clean her camera, and I'm like, okay, now take the picture. You're like, how do you get your photos in HD? Well, the first step is wiping your camera lens off
Right.
before you take the photo.
Yeah.
Wipe your camera lens.
Wipe your
That's
camera
like a
lens.
step one on how to
That's-
take a clear
yes.
picture. Just making sure that's right
That's
now.
funny.
If I have a crack in my screen
no.
protector
Oh, okay.
on my phone, so anytime I do a video, let me see, it'll show. I was making a video the other day, and it kept showing a glare because of where this crack is. Right here, it's like right at the top, and then it splits down a little. I genuinely just have to walk in the next room and get a screen protector, but
Yeah.
You know,
That's
talk
my fault.
about like a good marketing ploy. Speaking of which, I know it's a side note, but I think it was Raising Cane's chicken. I don't know if you saw this ad or not. It was a reel that they had on there, and the whole video there was a black line, like a black, like almost like the lens was cut,
Okay.
you know, like on the screen, and like, and you just like twice I went to like rub it, like to see if my phone.
Oh.
was doing
Oh,
it.
and they got you.
It looks like a hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
I
the
hate
comments-
those videos on the internet because it gets me every time.
And then the comments it said, "No, there's no hair in your chicken," or something like that. And you're just
Good.
like, "Oh man,
Yeah, got him.
We should do that on the next one.
that was pretty funny."
Just put it on there.
All right, more specs on this.
No, it's cool.
Okay, so we're still rocking the USB-C.
Yep, that's what I was gonna say. This had
Battery life. Okay, so let's talk about battery life. Remember when we were watching it live and I looked at you and I call BS.
Yes.
Yes, on what?
26 hours
Oh.
26 hours.
of
Battery life.
video playback.
I don't agree with. There's no way. I can't do that on my phone.
Can you explain for those to the people that don't know what that means?
Video playback. So 26 hours of me watching a YouTube video.
Whoa, that's a long time.
I don't
26 hours.
I don't think that I don't.
I don't think you should
That's
stay
like
up that long.
uncomprehendable.
I can't buy a brand new phone. And I don't know how they. What video? Is it a video with low graphics? Does that matter on battery
Right,
life?
if you're watching something on that
Is it a
crazy
black
I
screen?
doubt it.
There's
a
no
black
way
screen.
that I can watch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing on the
Yeah,
screen.
right.
Is it a
Just-
voice memo? Like, what is
As
this?
a voice memo.
we don't know.
I don't.
Video playback. Is it
26 hours.
What if it's not streaming? Does that matter? What if it's a video, 26-hour video
Internet
that
connection?
you took that's in your camera roll?
You know what the hack to that is? Apple probably doesn't allow you to take a 26-hour video, so you can never test it. Like, let's run a video on our phone for
Right, your
26
phone-
hours.
My phone already gets hot for 1 hour of just recording. Like, there's no way 26 hours.
But just watching.
Can we talk about my battery?
Go for it.
I think we can also take away yes, we can talk about your battery. But I think we can also think about if there's nothing on the phone at all. There's no text message, there's no notifications, there's no LTE service. You're just watching a video that is on your camera roll for 26 hours
No
straight.
Wi-Fi.
Nothing. It's a brand new phone.
Airplane
You
mode.
airdrop or somehow, I don't even know how you would get a video 26 hours of somebody else's camera roll.
That would take forever.
That's like, how long is that a video? Is that a terabyte?
That's well, it just depends on what codec you're using.
Yeah.
But
The lowest codec possible. How many gigs is a 26-hour video?
if you were to compress it, I bet you can get just a few gigs.
Really?
Yeah.
But when you watch it, is it just going to be pixels?
Well, no. Think about this. I've downloaded off of, and this is like, it's still 4K, but I downloaded on Apple TV. Let's see the biggest one.
Landon, it's 26 gigabytes to over 100.
Just depending on your codec, though. So look, Civil War, right? 2.1 gigs,
For the
and that's a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so 54 gigs. And that's a movie.
Whoa.
2 hours. Well, 13 times 2, 26 gigs.
I just don't see something running for 26 hours. I don't see. I couldn't take my phone.
We're sitting here trying to do the math.
I
on
know.
it.
I couldn't take my phone and do that. But we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Maybe we should do that. Maybe we should get a phone. I buy the iPhone 16e and test it. Put a 26-hour recording on there and see how long it will last. And just
What are we gonna find?
we're gonna find that it's not going to do it.
No, I mean, like, what kind of video is 26 hours?
Just we can
A
record a
time lapse.
It
video.
says
Yeah,
video
time lapse.
playback. So if we loop something,
So let's plug a video in.
okay,
We could take a video with the phone and put it up for 24 hours. Put it up at 9 a.m. one day and take it off at 11 a.m. the next day. And we just record this wall for 26 hours.
no, it could be anything. You can loop a video for 26 hours. Like my
Okay.
2.5 hour movie, we'll loop it 13 times.
There's no way that thing's going to last 26 hours. The pros don't even do that.
And we're saying the battery life of this new phone will suffice what we're trying to accomplish.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to say. That's crazy.
My phone doesn't even last 2 hours fully charged.
Yeah, mine's I got this
That's why I said I want to talk about my battery.
December of 23, my max capacity is only like 89%. So I don't know if I'm on my phone too much or like
That's probably your thing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You charge your phone all night. You
Yeah.
leave it on the charger and then pick it up in the morning. You're
Yeah.
good for the day. What about
Yeah.
you?
No.
No. Yeah, I can tell. That's a,
Subtle-
was a personal shot.
Subtle jab.
no, because he does. He's like, my battery's dead. I'm like, It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, it's at 5%.
Either you got up at 2 a.m., which is probably feasible in your
Yeah, Alex, oof, night owl.
my
I have
max.
to edit.
Dude, I've been using this. This is obviously
Yeah, battery charging.
I got 100%
battery health,
capacity.
89% maximum capacity. I've also had this phone for over a year.
Mine's 100. I got it when it came out.
Cycle count is 402. What does that mean? This is the number of times iPhone has used your battery's capacity. Oh, dang.
Let me see here.
Selfie.
The I'm trying to see the cycle count on these as well. I can see my battery health. Cycle count 160.
So will you explain to Jonathan what that is?
It's how many technical
read it.
terms
This is the number of times iPhone has used your battery's capacity.
in
Like,
total.
From 0 to 100. Real
Yeah.
quick. Jake said.
And yeah, 160 cycle. The same thing with MacBooks and stuff. The higher,
Yep.
a lot of people think that the higher it is, the better. No,
Higher the what, the better.
the higher the cycle count.
Cycles.
Somebody's like,
No,
"Oh, this has like 800
it's-
cycles. Like, that's good." And like, no.
it's the
Needs
opposite.
replaced, yeah.
Right, yeah.
So that would also. How many cycles do you have on your phone?
Yeah.
Go to your battery. That's probably going to tell.
It doesn't know how to ride. Cycles.
So,
That was my dad joke.
I don't. Oh, bicycles.
Yeah.
Bicycles.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, where do I go for that?
Battery health. Or settings, battery health.
Cycle count 487.
So it's
What was your manufacturer? date? Or,
88%.
Like when did you get that phone?
he has a 50. It's 15. Right?
15.
Manufactured October 2023.
So it's a year and a half old.
Yeah, mine's November 2023. First use was in December.
I'm right on par with that though because I've had it for 6 months and I'm at 160.
I just have a poor battery.
Which would be that's at 480. No, if I'm at 160 and 1/3 the time, if you multiply what I have times 3, I'm right at 480 as well
I know, but the battery just doesn't hold.
because you have 460 cycles
For those who don't know, the maximum capacity is
or 80.
when you charge your phone to 100%. It's not actually 100%. It's like it starts at what 89 is what
Yeah.
mine would be. So what mine-
89% of what it would normally use.
of whatever. number
So
it is,
that's your battery percentage.
Yeah.
It can't charge to 100% anymore.
yeah.
It can only charge to 89.
89.
That's why most, companies they'll sell their phones and they'll be at minimum 80% battery, which means you get 80% of the battery.
What's like a typical
I'd-
buyback like for somebody that has a phone? Like what's an average?
Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're, here's two things about that. When we get our buybacks here, if somebody sends in their phone and it's under 80%, that means that we have to replace the battery. So it's not like it could be a perfect condition phone, but now it has to turn into a refurbished phone because we have to replace the battery.
Right.
But if it's somebody that has a 95% battery, this is a great condition phone. Okay,
Right.
you get a great condition price because I don't have to do anything to this phone.
Yeah.
But
Except
a lot of the
turn around and
time,
sell it.
a lot of the times the batteries are decent depending on the age of it. I also think that I use and Alex we use our phones a lot more
Yeah.
than most people do. So I don't know.
For video playback.
Yeah.
I don't use video playback.
What were you gonna say before I asked that, Alex?
So I don't sit and watch TV a lot.
No.
I don't have the time or the patience or the attention span. But over the past weekend, I was sick and
Yes.
I watched a show on Netflix and it's called 0 Day. And I don't know if you've seen the previews for it. It's Al Pacino. Wait, I think it's Al Pacino. No.
No.
Look it up, the guy's name. 0 Day. It's called 0 Day. Anyway, it boils down to it was a cyber attack, right?
Mm.
And for 1 minute, somebody, a hacker, turned off everybody.
Whoa. That'd be
What's his name? 0 Day, the main character. Forget.
Tell us more about it. Why he's getting that?
Yeah, go ahead.
So is cyber attack. It's a 6 series. It's a 6 series thing, and it's really, really good. You should watch it. But they shut off all iOS, all Windows, Android, but
Sure.
also like the
Wait, who was it, Alex?
who was it?
It was the guy you said.
Al Pacino or something.
Who was it?
Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. They're both mob type,
Okay.
Anyway, I was wondering how possible is that? So everybody's phones, whether it was Android, whatever, even the TV systems, all like planes crashed, subways crashed, everything was shut down, the power grids, everything, and it just had a message for 60 seconds, and it said this will happen again on a iOS phone. But like the phones, the cars, everything went
People
dead.
would flip out.
Is that possible?
I don't know. You
If
have
what,
to
somebody has-
ask it anonymous, whatever that group
Somebody
is.
has
Do you
that.
think we can get
Yeah.
them on here?
Anonymous?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, send them an email.
They'd love to come on the show.
We don't even know who they are.
Yeah, well, they'll find us.
No, those people are pretty insane what they do.
But if you think about it, I mean, that's cyber warfare. And every time there's an iOS update, every time there's a big update with like 16 or iPhone 15, they always talk about. It's always the ones that we don't really care about. It's the protection, the
Yep.
encryption. How is your iPhone keeping you safe,
Bug
sort of thing.
fixes, Yep.
Yeah, but it was really interesting to see how vulnerable those kind of things are if it's real.
Right.
'Cause it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
And you
It's
don't know.
Hollywood.
So I just didn't know what your thoughts were on that. I just spent 6 hours of my life over the weekend worrying about it.
Well, it looks like you're spending more than that.
Yeah. Still on
By
it.
the way,
That's
this is
funny.
in and out.
And I'm
But-
not even a conspiracy theorist. All right, wrapping up a 16E here. Breaking down, we did all that, the display, the camera systems, battery life, storage options. It's available in 128, 256, and 512.
512.
I think those are great options.
You think so?
Yeah, I think that's the normal option.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily it'd be available in a terabyte.
I got one more
Wow.
thing. Transitioning to USB-C port, the iPhone 16 aligns with that. However, it does not support MagSafe accessories,
I did
That's
not
a
catch
favorite.
that either.
offering QI wireless charging up to 7.5 watts instead.
So it has wireless charging, but it won't magnet,
It won't MagSafe.
which I don't believe that
They didn't
the
say that.
SE did either.
Why is that? Is it the build, the construction
I
build?
don't know, because if you all MagSafe is, there's a wireless charging coil on your back of your phone, and there's little tiny magnets. It's just little pieces. All MagSafe is magnetic. There's little pieces, so they didn't put those in there. And I'm talking, they're small. They're like the size of.
It
the
doesn't charge
size
my
and
phone
width-
as fast.
No, I think you just need a better charger. But it doesn't.
I need a better battery. I think we said this.
The MagSafe on an iPhone, the chargers, just for you guys to understand, they go in a circular motion like this, and they're magnets, and they're about the size of a Tic Tac, and they're real small, and they go and make a whole circle, the width and the length of a Tic Tac, but like the thickness of like a.
Does it look like a coil?
Yep, we probably have them out here. I probably could show you them, but they are just go in a circle, and they go right on the back. You can actually replace them. You can buy ones to replace MagSafe.
Really?
Which is pretty crazy. They would have add that on there, but again, they were able to cut it down $200 from what the iPhone 16 sells for. So who knows?
All right. So breaking down before we end this podcast, breaking down into is it worth it? $599.
I would say the $599 price is worth it.
Now
with the iPhone 16 in.
before you said it wasn't.
I flipped
You flipped.
specifically because of the size. The size, you're getting an iPhone 16 with one less camera.
Okay. I say it's worth. I've always been. It's cheap. I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
think
cheap,
it's
but it's cheap. I don't think it's cheap, but it's cheap compared to what I have.
Yes,
It's not going to do
but
the
that's
same.
like saying,
But if it gives me 26 hours of video playback and I can't get 2 hours, then I'm for it.
so you're going to switch to the iPhone 16e?
Not a chance.
Wow, that sounds like a great life decision considering what you just said.
Goodbye.
My name is Alex.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jonathan.
and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for talking to us.
Yep.
I guess they technically